just happened on Skeem Saam. Oh, I cracked up today. I laughed my lungs out. It was hilarious. I enjoyed tonight's episode. I'm not gonna lie. Even yesterday's episode was cool. But today's episode was just top notch. It was a chef's kiss. You know what I mean? It was just amazing. So I'm gonna be talking about certain characters, mainly Jacobeth, Alfred, and Evelyn. So the fight for the principal office and chair is still going on, and to be honest, I'm rooting for Evelyn. I'm rooting for Evelyn and Monica to actually become the deputy and the principal of Turf High. And I cannot agree more with Jacobeth about Evelyn being perfect, the perfect principal. I mean, that woman, here's the thing about her. She has leadership qualities that I don't see in Alfred. Alfred is such a child that he cannot deal with this kind of magnitude of responsibilities. He can't. He just can't. I see Evelyn really taking the school really far. You know? The way she handles situations and issues within that school is just amazing. For example, when Alfred decided to make his own son, fight his battles for him by snitching to his son about how Evelyn is planning to increase the pass rate to 50 from 30%, which is I think it's ridiculous. So you're telling me 30% is a pass rate that every school was doing. Usually, back in the day, in my school days, it was actually from 50 and upwards, not 30. 30 was a fail, to be honest. So, for Evelyn to suggest an idea about maybe increasing the pass rate to 50%, and then Alfred has the audacity to act like a school boy and go talk about it to his son as if his son's gonna do something about it. And then on top of that, he's like, "Oh, I don't know what you're gonna do about it. Just I don't know what you're gonna do about the information. You can do something about it. Like, why do you want your son and these school students to fight your own battles? You're an adult. You are a whole adult, and that you are asking school students, children in high school, to fight your dirty work, to fight your own dirty battle that you have created. How low can you go? You are an adult. You need to lead with example. But what you're doing right now is ridiculous. And the next thing is you want to become the next permanent principal. The way you're acting right now does not qualify you to be the next principal. Your actions just shows us as viewers that you are not the right person for the job. Because if you're acting like this right now while you're just a deputy, how worse are you gonna be when you become the actual principal? How worse can you be? I mean, right now it's bad enough that you are a deputy. So the idea of you becoming an actual full principal are gonna run this school down the drain. You're gonna destroy it, and Jacobeth is not gonna have it. After all the work she put into that school, 30 years of her hard work, blood, tears, and sweat, and you think she's going to let you destroy you just like that because you're power hungry? There is no way that woman is gonna let you win. I mean, for example, today's episode, Mr. DeSando actually called Jacobeth to get information about Evelyn and Alfred. Like, what did she think about Evelyn as a possibility of becoming the new principal? And she gave Mr. DeSando a glowing reference for Evelyn, which is true. She stated the facts which were true about her and how she can become a great leader. We already saw how she handled the situation about Paxton asking her about the idea of raising the pass rate to 50%. She didn't stammer, she didn't she didn't lose control, nothing like that. She handled that in a manner that it was great, that you expect from a leader, from a teacher who knows how to handle situation delicately. So Jacobeth telling Sonny that Evelyn is a perfect fit for that job was not a lie. And I agree with her. As a viewer who watches Skeem most of the time, I see the leadership that Evelyn has. I see the qualities that she has as the leader and a possible principal in the near future. I see it. Compared to Alfred, who uses kids to fight his own battles, which he knows he cannot win. So the only way he knows how to win is to fight dirty by using the school kids. I love the fact that Jacobeth stood her ground today and called him out. She called out Alfred for his dirty game plans and how he uses the school kids to benefit his own agenda. She said it. She even said, when was the last time you actually won something that you fought for, that you've worked hard for without playing dirty? When was the last time? He couldn't even answer that question because he knows he can't. He has never in his life actually fight for something without playing dirty. He couldn't even answer that simple question. He couldn't. And Jacobeth went as far as saying, you cannot even handle 4 people. Your own household is in disarray and is in a mess. And you expect to deal with a whole school full of students when you cannot even handle your own matters at home. You can't even handle your own problems at home. How do you expect to handle a whole school when you can't even handle 4 people who live in your house? You can't even pay your debt. You don't have anything that you own, you can call your own or have that is yours. You expect to lead a school when you can't even handle the smallest things, such as your own family. Your wife left you. You keep bragging about you have this and that, but those things do not belong to you. Even if they did, You didn't fight for them. You didn't work hard for them. You found a way to cheat the system to get what you have right now and to get where you are. You didn't really fight for it or work hard for it or with your blood, sweat, and tears. You found a way to cheat the system and get where you are today. Now, everything that you have fought for in a manner that was questionable is falling apart. And everyone is now seeing who you are and how you operate. Because Jacobeth has now called you out. And now Evelyn sees who you are as a person. She calls you out as well today when she says, your kid studies here. And this is how you deal with it. You are using your own kids, every student in that school to fight your own battles. You have no shame whatsoever. You have no shame. And I loved how Jacobeth really placed Alfred in his place. The way she handled Alfred today is something that I've always wanted to see. She really went in. She didn't hold back today. I love that. She didn't hold back. And I think it was time for a reality check for Alfred to realize that you cannot get anywhere in life if you take shortcuts. If you want to get somewhere in life, you need to work hard for it. You need to make sure you put everything you have into that thing. And if you're going to try to cheat your way out of situations, you will never win. You will never win. And this is what Alfred gets for cheating the system and think that he can use students to fight his pathetic battles. No way. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Let me know what you enjoyed about tonight's episode and what you think about what I said in this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Don't forget to click on the notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. Peace. I'm out.